Hello again, fellow audiophiles. I am Wave Theory, and this is the Sennheiser HD620S. Yes, Sennheiser's closed back entry into their legendary HD600 series. This comes in at $350 US. This is a loan to me from a friend of the channel, and said friend of the channel bought this unit from Audio46, who I am an affiliate link member with. The link that you will see in the description down below will be an affiliate link to Audio46. So if you like what I have to say about this product, please use that and I will get a small kickback. This is going to be a first impressions video because I have not had this in for very long, and I know there's a lot of excitement out there about it, so I thought I would say a few words to whet your appetite for an upcoming future review. Given that, I reserve the right to change my mind about anything you're about to hear me say, roll it back, double down on it, anything of that nature. So please remember, this is a first impressions video. So what are my initial thoughts on the Sennheiser HD620S? Find out right after shameless self-promotion.
Hello. I'm one of the reasons that Wave Theory can't spend all of his money on audio gear. He wants you to know that your support is vital for keeping the channel running. So if you enjoy Wave Theory's bussin' review riz and no-cap review style and want to encourage him to stay in the basement so I don't have to listen to his dad jokes as much, like the video and subscribe to the channel. You can also send him a donation on PayPal or sign up for the Patreon. Links are in the description. Now on to the review.
So sonically, so far so good. I am enjoying the sound of these, though I am finding their fit and their ability to seal around my ears to be a little bit finicky. So let me give some quick thoughts on each of those things, starting with the fit and the seal. So right out of the box, I recognized immediately, like, Sennheiser still has that like vice grip clamp kind of thing going on. These clamped pretty hard. And what I notice is, like, and you can actually probably see it when I just put them on, is like the clamp force on my head anyway is targeted right here above the ears. So I don't know if you'll see it or not, but like the pads compress a lot more on the top side of my ears, and I almost feel like the seal is broken underneath my ears and then around the back side of my ears here. And I can fix that. I just kind of have to push them in on the bottom and pull them out on the top a little bit, kind of, you know, finagle them around a little bit, and then they seal a little bit better there. So that's one thing that I'm working on, is I'm putting them on a headphone stand to hopefully loosen up that clamp a little bit so that they don't push as tightly here at the top of the ear and so that they would fit a little bit better when you initially put them on. The other thing that I notice here is that it is very sensitive to seal. All headphones, to a degree, depend on, or at least intentionally break, but they depend on the seal of the ear pad around the ear in some way. This one is no exception to that, but it is more sensitive to seal issues than most other headphones that I have heard. You break the seal just a little bit and things really change. Two issues I have noticed in particular. One is the cabling. So here is the cable entry here. And the cable that I've been using, it's an Arctic cable. I will talk more about it in the full review. It will like come out here and then it like sits on my shoulder, and if I turn my head, I can like flex the angle that the cup sits here just a little bit, and that changes the seal for both good and bad sometimes. Sometimes I'll turn this way and the seal will get stronger, and sometimes I'll turn this way and the seal will break, and I will hear like a little bit less bass response out of the left than I will on the right. So that's another thing that I'm noticing. And then also, these headphones are some of the most sensitive to my glasses being on and off that I have ever heard so far, right? They do not seal very well when I have my glasses on, but they do seal very well and sound pretty good when my glasses are off. And that's a little bit unfortunate because I really cannot see much of anything without my glasses. So like if I were to use them doing work or something like that, I would just have to live with that sealing issue. Now, some of the sealing issue might just be because the pads are brand new and they need to be worn in. That is something I will be keeping an eye out for, or ear out for, as the full review progresses, but that is one thing that I am definitely paying attention to here going forward. Now, once the fit is all right and the seal is proper and all of that, they are sounding pretty good. I am enjoying the sound. They are pretty neutral so far, and just right out of the box, actually, with no break-in. They sounded pretty neutral, pretty tonally balanced, meaning good relationships between fundamental frequencies and their harmonics. There was very little in the way of harshness or sharpness or that sort of thing, and I really didn't even notice the proverbial Sennheiser veil that sometimes people attribute to the HD600 series. I just didn't really notice any of that at all. The bass extension, again, when properly sealed, is pretty good. Lots of digs pretty deep, lots of rumble down there, and I would say the slam and the impact so far is about on par with like what my Massdrop plus Sennheiser HD6XX, which is essentially a Sennheiser HD650, offer in those departments. And then also, I think it really seems so far that the lateral imaging of this headphone is more coherent across the sound stage than even the HD6XX is. The 6XX has that reputation of being a bit three blobby, as in there's information center, information left, information right, and then left center and left right are just a little bit lacking and not really fleshed out. I really am not noticing that on these so far. I am very encouraged by the sound, actually. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. And that's really all I can say so far, because I don't yet know how it stacks up in terms of resolution or the absolute ability on the holography or all of that, because I really have not had a chance to dive in with a whole lot of comparisons or anything. But again, I am encouraged by what I am hearing here. So there are some quick thoughts on the Sennheiser HD620S. I hope that whets your appetite for the full review upcoming in the near future. So once again, I am Wave Theory. Thanks for watching my first impressions of the Sennheiser HD620S. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my PayPal and my Patreon, and generally do those things you do to support YouTube channels. And as always, enjoy the music.